editing Chann here, or end of the video Chann here really. Before we get into this, I am going to be doing a Q&A soon. So if you have any questions for me, sewing related or non, please comment down below what those might be. Or go back to the community page post that I made a few days ago and you can leave your questions there. Either one works, but I'm excited to see what you all say. All right, back into the video. Hello friends, it is Thursday evening. I just got invited to go to Cirque du Soleil on Sunday. If you don't know what Cirque du Soleil is, it's like a really fancy circus with no animals in it. It's going to be an evening show, and I just realized that I have no evening cocktail dresses. Like, I'm looking in my closet and I was like, you don't have anything for this. So I'll be making a dress to go to the theater in 48 hours. Maybe 50. I might have a little time to sew on Sunday, but I'm really trying to have this done before Sunday. So the pattern I chose is this one. This is my pattern. It is a vintage pattern I got from Lady Marlowe. I've actually never made a vintage pattern before, so this will be interesting, but it's pretty easy. I'm going with view A, which is just a sheath dress with a low back, and it has a cute little bow on the back too. But I think I'll be able to get the fit out of this done well. You hear my hesitancy. I have my friends on standby who are willing to help me with translating the vintage instructions. This is my fabric. It is a brocade that I got 2 years ago from Mood. It's still available, so I will link it if you're interested. I do need to make a mock-up because I have no idea how this is going to fit. I'm going to do that. I have to cut it out still. So this is reproduction. It's just printed out on like regular paper. I'll show you. So I'm actually going to cut my pattern and then modify that as needed. But yeah, we just got to start. I'll make a full toile, show you that so you can see the mods I'm going to make, and then I'll walk you through the instructions when I make the real thing. It's a sewing vlog, but also we're under a little bit of pressure. So I need to. And this way I'll have a little black dress, which I don't have one right now. So I'm excited. Also, I thought I had more time. I thought it was Wednesday. And I was like, nope, it's Thursday. So let's get started. So I have my toile on. The instructions were pretty easy to put together. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. They have little gathers in the front versus a dart or anything. So that was different. But I would say pretty good for a first mock-up. I'm going to try and put you down somewhere so I can show you what needs to be done. My head's going to be cut off for most of it, but that's okay because you just need to see my body, you see what I'm pointing to. The bust actually fits pretty decently. This fabric has a little bit of stretch, even though it keeps trying to pretend like it doesn't. Like, the stretch is like, it's a stable knit, basically. So normally, I would give myself a FBA if there was pulling between here. There's not. I also would like to add, I forgot to add an inch of ease to the waist, so this is cutting it to my body. So that definitely needs to be done. The shoulder is in the completely wrong spot. So if you look, you can see the shoulder is like hanging off right here, and my shoulder is right here. So, and it's a little, I could probably do a forward shoulder too. My shoulder goes right here. So that's how much of a difference that would be. Alright, so I modified all of my pattern pieces. The front bodice piece has the most mod, so I just want to show you. I narrowed my shoulder, and then I also moved my shoulder forward, and I didn't want to mess with the armhole too much. I did end up taking a small wedge out of the armpit area and then rotate it down, and then I also shortened the bodice. But then I also ended up adding 1/2 inch of ease to the side seams, which would add a total of 2 inches. Yeah, so that should give me enough room because I'm not going to do a full belly adjustment. I did shorten the bodice, even though it's not sitting at my waist, but I just think this is a happy middle ground. I shortened it by 5/8 of an inch. And then this dart is already so large, I decided that instead of doing the full belly adjustment, I would just take less out of my dart, and the skirt has those gathers, so I feel like adding to the waistline as well as not taking so much width out of the dart should be enough to compensate for my belly. Oh, and I also moved the sleeve head forward on my shoulder piece. My battery's dying. So those are the mods I made. I'm going to change my battery, and then I'm going to start cutting stuff out. Sewed all my darts. This is the back. Then also sewed up the side seams, and now I just have the lining pin to the bodice. There are, I think, 15 darts in this pattern, so I decided to skip showing you me doing 15 darts and just get to the good stuff. We are here on the instructions, and they have me sew through the lining and pretty fabric when I'm stitching it all together on the shoulder seams, and then you do the shoulder seams separately. I don't think that's a good call though. I'm gonna think about whether or not I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna skip it, and then I'm gonna come back and just sew these parts, sew the shoulder seams. We'll see if I regret that decision. So here is the bodice stitched at the neckline. I also did the back with the little peak right here. It doesn't say anything about understitching, but I'm going to understitch this whole thing as much as I can because I don't think pressing is going to be enough. So I'm going to do that. And then I sew the shoulder seams together. Okay. And then the main bodice is done, and then I work on the sleeves. So I finished my hand sewing on the shoulder seams. I think it came out pretty good. And the bodice is basically done. I just need to go move on to the sleeves now. I do want to say 2 things about this fabric. It is very slippery to work with. 3 things. It's very slippery to work with, so I'm really happy I'm using my walking foot. 2, sheds like crazy. Been having to use my lint brush so much. And 3, once you pierce it, it does not heal very well. So seam ripping, not really an option. I have to be very careful with what I'm doing, which is a little terrifying, but it's going well so far. Knock on wood. So I'm gonna work on the sleeves. Each sleeve has 3 darts. I'm gonna put those darts in, and then sew up the side seams, and then just pop the sleeve in. And then the bodice is done. Hello, I need to catch you all up. So yesterday I did finish the bodice. It's right there. And then my arm's already getting tired. And then I realized I could finish the dress in time, but it'd be a rush job, not done well, and I really want to do well on this because I really like my fabric. And it doesn't heal well, like I said, so I'm not trying to have to seam rip. Also, the temperature dropped about 15 degrees yesterday, 15 to 20, so it was too cold to wear my dress. So I was like, you know what? Let me just pivot, stop working on this, and come back when I have more time. So it's the next day now. So here's what's left. I need to put a label in that, also hem the sleeves, and then I need to sew up the skirt. Yesterday I got the darts in the skirt, so now I just need to attach the side seams. And I really want to finish the seams with bias binding, but I don't have enough in one color to do that, so I just serged them. It's basically attach the skirt to the bodice, pop the zip in, hem everything. Is that right? Oh, I gotta make the bow still. But yeah, that's basically it. So let's do that. So I'm gonna attach the skirt to the side seams, and then show you what it looks like. Then we'll take it from there. So me serge the what is this called? Waistline? Yeah, I guess waistline. And I didn't know if I was going to serge it, but this fabric frays so bad. Like, look at this. This is like it looking decent, actually. I decided last minute to just iron on some interfacing. This is where the zipper's going to go. And then I put some fray check right here. Right here. This is the side where the bodice opens up. I'm just waiting for my fray check to dry because see how it's kind of starting to come undone there. It's like a mess, but it's gonna be fine. So I'm going to put the zipper in tomorrow because I'm a little tired now, but all that needs to be done is hemming and the bow, and the zipper. So I'm going to do the bow right now, and then I'll just do the other stuff tomorrow. The instructions for the bow are pretty straightforward. I just fold this piece of fabric in half, sew it, and then slip stitch it closed, and then fold it in half again, and then press the bow in the center, and then make a little ribbon for it, and then that's the bow. So I'm going to do that. So now that this is sewed, I'm going to do a basting stitch by hand right across here because this fabric's really slippery, and then I'll sew it down with the machine. There's the stitch. There's my basting stitch. I'm going to rip this out. This is like pre-waxed thread, or like pre-stiffened thread that I picked up at the fabric store, and it's just really well suited for this kind of thing. So now I have to take the bow and go like that, and then make a little center tie for it, and then that's it. Oh, it's really cute. Yeah, I like it. Okay, cool. Okay, I finished the bow. I just hand sewed it in the back, and I made it a little squishy so it'd be cuter versus just flat. And now I just have to attach it to the dress, which is right there. So last steps for me are sew the bow on, do all the hemming, and I think I still need to put the zipper in. Yes. But I'm going to do all that off camera, so the next time you see me will be the reveal. Only I would take my dress off and then forget to shoot an outro, so me in regular garb. Final thoughts. I don't know if I like it. Like, I like the dress itself. Like, I love the silhouette and the lines, but the things I'm unsure about are the fabric, which I had started to become a little bit unsure about the fabric a long time ago, and I was like, let me just try it in this dress. I think it's pretty. I just don't know if it's for me. I think it's the obvious diagonal print that I don't love, but I would definitely make this dress again in a different fabric. Other things, it's very hard to get on and off with the side zip and these boobs. Like, it's not an easy dress to put on, which is why I am not in it for this outro, because I was like, I'm not doing that again. It just took me 5 minutes to get the dress off. I need to fix the bow so it lays a little flatter and doesn't just hang kind of sad. And yeah, the difficulty to put it on and off turns me off of the dress, to be quite honest with you. But I do like the pattern, so
I wonder if I could figure out a way to do an invisible zip in the back and it still look cute. If I could, then I would definitely wear this again. But if I can't, then I would definitely make this again. But if I can't, I mean, I guess no, there's no center back seam. I'll have to figure it out. But those are my final thoughts. Overall, I did enjoy making my first vintage pattern. The instructions are quick, like people say they are. I also would make more cocktail dresses. They don't really call them that anymore, but I do need more dresses that aren't hoochie hem length. So I would do this again. And yeah, those are my thoughts. There will be more vintage patterns in the future. I should stop rocking, sorry. There'll be more vintage patterns in the future. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you want to see more of my sewing journey, I'm very excited for you all to see what I have coming up next. Please stick around and subscribe and comment down below what you thought, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!